Good evening, dear students. Today we have come to video recording number 2 on reading skills. Yesterday I started with introduction and told you about the importance of reading and also its definition. So today we are going to continue from where we have left yesterday. So yesterday I told you that reading is an act of cognition. Cognition means I gave you the meaning also. What do you mean by cognition? It is a mental activity. That is, it is a mental process. And what happens with it? You will be knowing something through awareness and through perception. So if you are a grown-up child, you can know something through awareness by reading books. But if you are a small child, since you cannot read, you will try to learn certain things through touch. So this is where we stopped yesterday. So we will continue further. And what are the benefits of reading? Reading also will help you in reasoning, in evaluating. So what do you mean by reasoning? Whenever you read something, you will try to know whether it is correct or not, whether you have to do it or not, to take a decision or not, so to go further or not. This is called reasoning. And you also start evaluating. Evaluating అంటే తూకం వేసుకోవడం, బేరీస్ వేసుకునుట. ఎటువైపు నేను మొగ్గాలి, whether to move towards the left or to the right, whether to support the youth or the middle-aged people, or whether to give support to a particular cause or policy. ఎటువైపు నేను నా నిర్ణయాన్ని తీసుకోవాలి, ఎట్లా ఎవాల్యుయేట్ చేసుకోవాలి, దేని ప్రకారం నేను ముందుకెళ్ళాలి, ఇవన్నీ కూడా these skills or these capacities you will get once you start reading. So reading will give you all these things. Not only that, you start thinking. So what would have happened if I did like that? You start thinking. So what I was doing where I was a small kid, so what happened in the meeting? So you will be thinking and you will be imagining. Imagining means when you read a book or when somebody is talking to you, when somebody is narrating a story, so you will be listening to them at the same time, you will be imagining. So not only through listening, when you're reading a text, you have to imagine what is going on in the text. For a clear understanding of what the text says, you should imagine, you have to think. So these capacities you will get. ఇవన్నీ కూడా మనకు వచ్చే సామర్థ్యాలు ఎప్పుడు వస్తాయి? రీడింగ్ అనేది మనము స్లోగా ఇంప్రూవ్ చేసుకుంటూ పోతూ ఉంటాయి. And next one is you will also try to judge and try to solve the problem. So reading అనేది judging capacities మనకు అందిస్తుంది. Here you find a judge. So what does a judge do? A judge will listen to a case. He will go through the documents. He will listen to the arguments. Then he will try to take a decision. And if there is a point in the case, if there is really injustice and justice has to be done, then the judge will take a decision to pronounce judgment or verdict. ఆ కేసులో బలం ఉంటే, ఆ కేసులో అన్యాయం ఉంటే తప్పకుండా సరిచేయడానికి judge will come forward. So he will pronounce judgment. And once the judge reads all the documents, if it is easy, he will declare the judgment. But if it is a critical case, he takes some time, maybe for a week, for 2 weeks, or for a month, or for more than that, depending on the seriousness of the case. So he will apply his reading skills. Because a judge is supposed to read between the lines. Judge ఏ విధంగా చదువుతాడు? తన ముందున్న డాక్యుమెంట్స్, తన ముందున్న ఇంతకు ముందున్న తీర్మానాలు, తీర్పులు, he has to understand the hidden meaning of the text. Reading between the lines అంట వాటిని. వాటిని క్షుణ్ణంగా చదివి దాగి ఉన్న అర్థాన్ని తెలుసుకోవాలి. That is the role of a judge. And in the next slide you find some technicians. So they have cleared a problem by repairing a tap or repairing a machine or something like that. So there is a problem and they have solved it. How? They have to read the problem. As technicians, they will not only work, they will have to read. How to clear a certain problem, how to repair a car, how to repair a machine, they will also read. Unless they read, they cannot solve the problem. So reading involves the capacity of judging and the capacity of problem solving also. And more than that, in companies, in offices, in corporate sectors. So what is the advantage of reading? You will be in a position to share. And what will you share? You will be sharing information, you will be sharing ideas. So reading helps you share information and ideas with others. So your capacity of sharing increases. So people will come to you. What happened yesterday? Do you know something about it? Did you read about it? All these things they will come and know from you. And everybody will come and sit with you. They will surround you. They will ask you. You will become the center of attraction. You will become the focus of attraction. So everybody will come to you to seek information, to get new ideas. And if that is the situation, generally you will be confident, you will feel happy that you are being resourceful to others. All these days you were sitting in the last bench, but now you are in the center of the class, you are sitting in the front bench because you started reading. So reading gives you that kind of advantage. And next one, when it comes to English, so what is the use of reading? Reading will help you get language. It is a means of language acquisition and communication. So reading will help you acquire language. Acquisition means kaligi unduta, ponduta. So you will get language. The girl is watching the board. She is going through a number of words. So when she goes through all these words, her vocabulary increases. So she will acquire new words. She becomes more confident. Before that, these words were new to her. But now she has an acquaintance with the words. ఇంతకుముందు ఈ వర్డ్స్ అనేవి కొత్తవి కానీ ఇప్పుడు వర్డ్స్తో పరిచయం అయింది. ఎప్పుడైతే మనకు కొత్త స్నేహితులతో పరిచయం అవుతుందో వాట్ హ్యాపన్స్ స్లోలీ అవర్ సర్కిల్ ఇంప్రూవ్స్ యూ విల్ బికమ్ మోర్ కాన్ఫిడెంట్. In the same way, our vocabulary also improves. You will become more confident. And after that, you will try to communicate. What is there in the second slide? Communication. That is, when you sit before a computer, you are supposed to communicate with the computer because instructions are there on the screen. And reading those instructions, you will operate with the keyboard or with the mouse. Then only the computer works. Then only the computer will do your job. So unless you read, you cannot do all these things. And we'll come to the advantages of reading. There are three advantages. There are three benefits. Till now, I gave you advantages of reading in general. It will help you in getting information through awareness, through perception, through thinking, through imagining, judging, problem solving, sharing of ideas and knowledge. All these things, they are general advantages. But here, what are the particular advantages of reading? So, what is the importance of reading skills? Reading skills will make the reader get these benefits. Number one is independence. Number two, comprehension. Number three, fluency. That is, you will become an independent person. Once you start reading, once you start enjoying the activity of reading, you will become independent. You did not depend on anyone. Before that, you used to approach the teacher, your friend, your senior, your neighbor for certain meanings to understand certain concepts. But now you become independent. That is independence. And next, it will improve the levels of comprehension. What is comprehension? Reading and understanding. That is called comprehension. So you will get the meaning, simple meaning, sometimes hidden meaning, superficial reading and in-depth reading, skimming, scanning, reading between the lines, getting new ideas. So you will try to understand the text at all levels possible. That is called comprehension. సో చదివిన దాన్ని అర్థం చేసుకోవడం. ఏ స్థాయిలో అర్థం చేసుకుంటాము? నువ్వు చదువుకునే స్థాయి బట్టి నీకు అర్థమవుతూ ఉంటాయి. పైపై చదువులో పోతూ ఉంటే దాని యొక్క అర్థం మారుతూ ఉంటుంది. అందుకని ఒక టెక్స్ట్ ఎన్నిసార్లైనా చదవచ్చు. ఐ స్టార్టెడ్ విత్ ద కొటేషన్. ఎ టెక్స్ట్ ఈజ్ ఎ గిఫ్ట్. And if you give it to someone, that will be used again and again. That is, ఆ టెక్స్ట్ను చదువుతూ ఉంటే నీ వయసు పెరుగుతూ కొలది దాని యొక్క భావం కూడా మారుతూ ఉంటుంది. దాని యొక్క అండర్స్టాండింగ్ లెవెల్స్ కూడా మారుతూ ఉంటాయి. So therefore, your levels of comprehension will change. And the next advantage is fluency. Fluency means before that you hardly used to utter a sentence. చాలా కష్టం మీద ఒక సెంటెన్స్ చెప్పేవాడిని. But now you will speak 10 sentences in a minute. You will be fast. Your pronunciation will be good. You will be using a number of words. You will be speaking fast. At the same time, you will be speaking in such a way others will easily understand. Though you are fast, they can understand. Before that, you were very slow and people were unable to understand you. Now you are speaking fast. At the same time, you are easily understood by others because your pronunciation is good. The space, the pace at which the words are to be spoken are good. Pronunciation of words and the pacing, the punctuation, everything you follow very correctly. Therefore, reading will make you acquire all these benefits. That is, you will become an independent person in understanding, in speaking, in reading, in pronunciation. First, we'll go to the first one, independence. What do independence mean? I told you, when you become independent, you can do any activity on your own. So here, when you become an independent reader, what will you do? You will try to read not for the sake of reading, but for the sake of exploring. So your levels of reading will increase. Your interest in reading improves. So independence promotes curiosity. That is, if you are independent, you will try to learn number of things. Therefore, children should be given independence. Some parents they give independence to children. So what will they do? Okay, I'll give you all these things. You do whatever you want to do. And these boys or these kids, by learning certain things, they want to put them into practice. Curiosity means what will happen if I use all these things? What will happen if I break the egg and put in the flour? If I beat it, okay? What can I make? How can I make a cake? How can I bake a bread? All these things they will try to learn. And here the girl is reading the book to find out what will take place. That is curiosity will increase. Curiosity అంటే ఏంటి? జిజ్ఞాస. ఒక విషయాన్ని తెలుసుకోవడానికి కలిగే ఉత్సాహం. That is asakti. That is called curiosity. Your curiosity will increase. At the same time, you will try to explore new things. Before that, it was a simple books, story book. But now you will try to use this story book to reach or to find out number of things. You will reach, you will get new ideas, innovative ideas. So that is the advantage of independence. Next one is comprehension. I told you, you will enjoy reading the books. And you find the girl reading the book and smiling. That is, she is enjoying. That is, her levels of reading have improved. She is trying to understand the text. Her capacity of understanding a text has improved. So, a reader, if he reads continuously, he will become an independent reader and a confident reader also. So, the same thing you can find here. The boy is reading a book, and after that, he wants to read all those books. He wants to climb the stairs, starting with a small book, and next, a somewhat bigger book, and after that, a very big book. That is, when you start reading, you will try to understand the text and its meanings in context and in isolation. Context means చదువుతూ ఉంటే ఆ అర్థాలను వాటి యొక్క విలువను సందర్భాన్ని బట్టి అర్థం చేసుకుంటాం. కొన్నిసార్లు సందర్భాన్ని బయట కూడా అర్థం చేసుకుంటాం. ఎందుకు ఆ వర్డ్ ఇట్లా వాడాం మనం ఇక్కడ ఇట్లా మాట్లాడుతున్నాం. సో వర్డ్స్ విల్ చేంజ్ దేర్ మీనింగ్ వెన్ యూస్డ్ ఇన్ డిఫరెంట్ సిచ్యువేషన్స్. సందర్భాన్ని బట్టి వర్డ్స్ వాడుతూ ఉంటే వాటి యొక్క అర్థాలు మారుతూ ఉంటాయి. ఇవన్నీ మనం తెలుసుకోవాలంటే చదువుతూ ఉండాలి. సో చదువు అనేది ఇన్ని విషయాలకు దారితీస్తూ ఉంటుంది. దట్ ఈస్ అడ్వాంటేజ్ ఆఫ్ రీడింగ్. అదే కాకుండా మరి ఎప్పుడైతే మనం చదువుతూ ఉంటామో చదివినప్పుడు ఓన్లీ వర్డ్స్ కావు, నాట్ ఓన్లీ వర్డ్స్, యూ కమ్ అక్రాస్ ద సెంటెన్సెస్, యూ కమ్ అక్రాస్ ద స్ట్రక్చర్ ఆఫ్ ఎ సెంటెన్స్, how to understand a sentence, why full stop is there, why there is a question mark, why this sentence is written in a very simple way, and why it is a very big sentence, why these kind of words are used. All these things you will come to know when you start reading. That is, it will improve your grammar and your spelling. So to be a good reader, you have to improve your grammar, spelling also. Unless you know the spelling and the meaning of the word, you cannot imagine. And unless you know the structure of the sentence, you cannot understand the text. So when you start reading, you will try to learn all these things on your own. There is no need to go for a teacher again and again. So you become your own teacher. You will be self-taught. And whatever you do on your own, that will be more useful than what you practice in the class. Teachers will only guide you, but you have to learn on your own. So self-learning is the best way. And next, reading will help you know about the past, the present, and the future. When you start reading, if you want to write a novel, if you want to write a project work, if you want to write an article, you have to read number of things. So you will go to the past, you will come to the present, you will go to the future, not in a linear manner. ఒక పద్ధతి ప్రకారం కాదు, zigzag గా పోయి వస్తూ ఉంటావు. So when you start reading, you will learn about the past and you will try to apply to the present and you will try to prepare for the future. ఇప్పుడు మనం ఉన్న పరిస్థితి ఉన్నది. We are in a very dangerous situation facing COVID. సో ఇది ఇప్పుడే వచ్చిందా, గతంలో ఉన్నదా, ఒకసారి స్టడీ చేసి ఇటువంటివి ఉన్నాయి. కాబట్టి ఇప్పుడు ఏం చేయాలి, మనం జాగ్రత్తగా ఉండాలి, వాళ్ళు తీసుకున్న స్టెప్స్ ఫాలో కావాలి. ఈ విధంగా చేస్తే ఏమవుతుంది, రాబో దినంలో ఇటువంటి వర్డ్ రాకుండా చూసుకోవచ్చు, ఎదుర్కోవడానికి ముందే రెడీగా ఉండొచ్చు. సో ఆల్ దీస్ థింగ్స్ యూ విల్ లెర్న్. Unless you read about this situation, you cannot understand its past and you will not know what happens in the future. So all these things you can get by reading. So reading లో మనకి ఇన్ని బెనిఫిట్స్ ఉన్నాయి. తర్వాత కూడా చెప్పాను, ఫ్లూయెన్సీ వస్తుందని చెప్పాను. ఫస్ట్ ఈజ్ ఇండిపెండెన్స్, సెకండ్ ఈజ్ కాంప్రిహెన్షన్, థర్డ్ వన్ ఈజ్ ఫ్లూయెన్సీ. What is fluency? So here I give the definition. What is the definition? Ability to read a text accurately, quickly, with expression. So fluency has got a good meaning, a great meaning. Fluency అంటే ఏంటి, గంటాపదంగా మాట్లాడడం కాదు, ధారాళంగా మాట్లాడడం కాదు. అర్థం ఏంటంటే ధారాళంగా మాట్లాడతాం కానీ ఇట్లా కరెక్ట్గా, యాక్యురేట్లీ, సరి అయిన పేస్తో, స్పీడ్తో, క్విక్లీ, విత్ ఎక్స్ప్రెషన్. ఏదో ఫటాఫట చదువుకోవడం బదులు చదువుతూ ఉంటాము, అన్ని క్వాలిటీస్ మెయింటైన్ చేసుకుంటూ దాన్ని భావరూపంగా చెప్తూ ఉంటాం. దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ ఫ్లూయెన్సీ. సో ఎగ్జాంపుల్, ఇఫ్ యూ వాచ్ ఇంగ్లీష్ న్యూస్ ఛానల్స్ లైక్ దూరదర్శన్, BBC, CNN, Times of India, Al Jazeera, all these are English channels. So there you find the news readers or the anchors making use of English. How do they use English? So depending on the situation, they will be changing the speed of reading or the pace of using words. That is called the fluency. Fluency ఏంటంటే మాట్లాడుతూ ఉన్నప్పుడు అది ప్రవాహం లాగా పోతూ ఉండాలి, వినేవాళ్లకు మధురంగా ఉండాలి, వినేవాళ్లకు వినసొంపుగా ఉండాలి, ఇబ్బందికరంగా ఉండడానికి లేదు. దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ ఫ్లూయెన్సీ. సో దిస్ యూ విల్ గెట్ వెన్ యూ స్టార్ట్ రీడింగ్. దట్ ఈస్ అడ్వాంటేజెస్ ఆఫ్ రీడింగ్ స్కిల్స్. అండ్ ఐ టోల్డ్ యూ దట్ ఈస్ రీడింగ్ ఈస్ అన్ యాక్ట్ ఆఫ్ కాగ్నిషన్. కాగ్నిషన్ అంటే ఏం చెప్పాను, ఎప్పుడైతే ఒక వర్డ్ చదువుతూ ఉంటామో ఇమీడియట్గా వాట్ ఎవర్ ఇమేజ్ ఇస్ దేర్ ఇన్ అవర్ మైండ్ దట్ విల్ గెట్ లింక్డ్. సో అది ఒక వారధిని ఏర్పాటు చేస్తుంటుంది. వారధి అంటే ఏంటి, ఇట్ గివ్స్ కనెక్షన్, ఇట్ కనెక్ట్స్, ఇట్ ప్రొవైడ్స్ అ బ్రిడ్జ్. బ్రిడ్జ్ అంటే ఏంటి, ఆ యొక్క పదానికి, ఆ యొక్క చిహ్నానికి లింక్ కలిగిస్తుంది. దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ వర్డ్ రికగ్నిషన్ అండ్ కాంప్రిహెన్షన్. So reading will provide you the connection between word recognition and comprehension. So when you read, what happens, you will recognize the word, and when you recognize the word, you will understand its meaning. That is called comprehension. That is, if I say, don't go out, why? There is a tiger. బయటికి వెళ్ళకు టైగర్ ఉంటుంది. సో టైగర్ అని ఏం చేస్తావు, యూ విల్ రికగ్నైజ్ ద వర్డ్, you will recognize its image, and you will understand what happens if you go out. If you go out, what happens? The tiger jumps on you. The tiger will attack you, or the tiger will run away and enter somebody's house, or the tiger will do some nonsense. So all these things you will try to understand. So that is what you get, what you have to get when you read something. So when you read a book, when you find a word like tiger, the tiger is waiting outside. Why is the principal sitting in the office? The principal is still sitting in the office. It is 6 o'clock in the evening. It is 8 o'clock in the evening. It is 10 o'clock. He is still in the office. Why? The tiger is sitting outside. బయట ఎవరున్నారు, పులి వెయిట్ చేస్తూ ఉన్నారు, అందుకని ఇది ఏం చేస్తున్నాడు, కదలకుండా కూర్చున్నాడు. సో This kind of things you have to imagine when you read. Reading provides you this kind of facilities. That is the advantage. So the last slide for the day. And in the first slides, I told you people watching TV. Without reading, without spending time on reading, they are spending their time watching TV, the entire family. And now you see two types of students. One boy is reading, he is active, he is slim, he is not that fat. But whereas the other fellow is watching TV, stout, fatter, and he is continuously eating. So, what are the disadvantages of watching TV? You continue eating, you continue watching, you continue growing fat. టీవీ చూసుకుంటూ కూర్చుంటే ఏమవుతుంది? తింటూ ఉంటాము, లావ్ అవుతూ ఉంటాము, యాక్టివ్గా ఉండము, నేర్చుకోము. అదే ఒక బ్యాలెన్స్గా ఉంటే ఏం చేస్తావు? యూ విల్ ఎంజాయ్ వాచింగ్ టీవీ ఫర్ సమ్ టైమ్. ఫర్ వాట్ సేక్? దేనికోసము? టు గెట్ సమ్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్, టు గెట్ సమ్ ఎంటర్టైన్మెంట్. కొంతసేపు కాలక్షేపం కోసం. సో టు నో సంథింగ్ అబౌట్ ద వరల్డ్, to entertain yourself with songs, music, or any other kind of activity. That is only for some time. Rest of the time, you have to spend your valuable time on reading. So, if you can do that, you will become a complete man. So, you will know how to behave in the world. You will know how to understand a text. You will know how to take a decision, how to solve problems. So, all these things you can learn once you become a reader, once you start reading. So with this last slide, I think today we'll stop here. So tomorrow we'll continue with the video 3, and I will try to discuss the remaining slides with you. And after that, this topic, I think we can stop the topic and we'll go to some other topic, which is related to language and the which you are supposed to use or learn as a student of undergraduation. So bye, goodbye for today, and try to go through the video once again and try to understand the meaning of each and every slide and start reading. This will be very useful for you. Okay, bye.